Emmerdale fans spot possible chemistry between DS Ramsden and Serena. Emmerdale viewers believe they have noticed some serious chemistry between newcomer DS Ramsden and one of the village's residents. It was revealed this week that Death in Paradise actress Chelsea Edge has joined the ITV soap as a new detective investigating the suspicious death of Dr. Caitlin Todd. Ramsden first appeared during Tuesday's episode, when she arrested Charity Dingle and Sarah Sugden on suspicion of murder while examining whether Dr. Todd's death involved foul play. Viewers know that Sarah pushed Todd, but Charity has chosen to take responsibility for what happened, claiming that she was the one who caused Todd's death. At present, Serena Sugden is the only other person who knows that Sarah, rather than Charity, was responsible for the fatal incident. Serena arrived at the property shortly after Todd was killed and helped Sarah and Charity make sure their stories matched. During Friday's episode, Serena was called into the police station to give a statement after Vanessa Woodfield referred to her during her own interview. Serena told the police that she had seen Vanessa arguing with Dr. Todd as Todd was getting into her car and heard her warn that this isn't over. However, DS Ramsden quickly made it clear that she suspected Serena had not been completely honest, asking her why she had lied in her statement. When Ramsden explained that she could not confirm whether Serena's version matched the other witnesses, Serena confidently responded that it did. Ramsden suggested that the witnesses had simply backed up one another's stories, but Serena insisted that she had only told the truth. Ramsden was unconvinced and warned Serena that whatever secret she was keeping, she intended to uncover it. Serena then left the police station looking extremely nervous, but with Ramsden continuing to investigate, it remains to be seen whether her secret will eventually come to light. However, many viewers were more interested in the intense interaction between the two women, with some fans already hoping they could become a romantic couple. One viewer posted on X, "Put DS Ramsden and Serena together." Another shared DS Ramsden and Serena alongside a flame emoji, while another simply declared, "Chemistry." Elsewhere in the episode, Charity was forced to deal with another troubling situation after Mac Boyd wrongly assumed that she had deliberately killed Dr. Todd. Mac believed Charity had murdered Todd and was pretending the incident had happened in self-defense. Instead of correcting him, Charity allowed Mac to believe the full story because she wanted to keep Sarah protected. Why Charity stabbed Mackenzie in Emmerdale as soap revisits a dark chapter. Charity Dingle and Mackenzie Boyd have faced numerous challenges throughout their relationship in Emmerdale, but one of the most horrifying moments came in 2024 when Charity stabbed her husband during a terrifying ordeal. The disturbing attack happened after Charity had endured several weeks of emotional suffering following the accidental death of gangster Damon Harry Harris. Now, as Charity once again deals with the consequences of a fatal incident involving Dr. Caitlin Todd, the latest storyline has brought difficult memories from her past back to the surface. During Friday's episode, Mackenzie reminded Charity of the terrifying events that occurred when her mental health collapsed in 2024. But what led Charity to attack Mac, and how were they able to save their marriage afterwards? Charity's problems started when Mackenzie became romantically involved with Chloe Harris. Mac was the father of Chloe's son Reuben, but he eventually chose Charity, leaving Chloe heartbroken. Chloe's father, Damon Harris, then became determined to make Mackenzie pay for his actions. Harry later abducted Mac and kept him prisoner while threatening to kill him. After learning that her husband had been kidnapped, Charity immediately went after him. During the confrontation, she became caught in a struggle with Harry over a gun. The weapon went off during the fight, killing Harry. Charity had only intended to protect Mac's life, but the incident left her suffering from severe emotional trauma. Her problems became worse after Harry's death. As Charity struggled to accept what had happened, she became convinced that Harry had survived and would eventually come back to take revenge. The guilt over Harry's death had a major impact on Charity's mental health. She began suffering from frightening night terrors, intense PTSD symptoms, and increasing paranoia. Even though she was struggling badly, Charity kept her problems hidden from her family. Instead, she attempted to maintain a strong exterior while secretly battling her fears. Eventually, her mental health reached a critical point in February 2024. Charity had been asleep on the sofa when she experienced another terrifying night terror. Because she constantly believed she was in danger, she had begun keeping a knife close by to protect herself. When Mackenzie came towards her and tried to settle her, Charity suddenly became convinced that she was under attack. In the middle of the frightening episode, Charity seized the knife and stabbed Mac, wrongly believing she was protecting herself from Harry. The aftermath was extremely serious. Mackenzie suffered major injuries and required immediate medical attention, while Charity was horrified after realizing what she had done. Mac's injuries were so severe that he was placed into a coma after the stabbing. Charity was consumed by guilt and became terrified about the consequences. Moira wanted Charity to face legal consequences, while Charity's already unstable mental health continued to worsen. Charity was eventually diagnosed with PTSD, which helped doctors understand the frightening behavior that had led to the stabbing. Fortunately, Mackenzie survived the attack. Although the incident put enormous strain on their marriage, Mac realized that Charity had never deliberately intended to take his life. The pair ultimately stayed together, proving that their bond could withstand even an incredibly traumatic experience. Now Charity is dealing with another horrifying situation after accepting responsibility for Dr. Caitlin Todd's death to protect Sarah Sugden. Sarah has come under suspicion because of her suspicious behavior, while Charity has been working desperately to conceal what really happened. Once again, the pressure is beginning to affect Charity's mental health. During Friday's episode, Charity was shown frantically cleaning Dr. Todd's blood from the floor at Jacob's Fold when Mackenzie suddenly turned up. Charity attempted to assure Mac that everything was fine, but her unusual actions quickly made him suspicious. Mac eventually worked out that Charity was trying to conceal Sarah's connection to Dr. Todd's death. He realized that Charity was once again accepting responsibility for an incident she had not caused, this time in an effort to shield her granddaughter from the fallout. The current storyline has consequently drawn striking similarities to the couple's painful history. Mackenzie understands how badly Charity can suffer when she keeps a devastating secret to herself, and he may now be determined to prevent the same situation from happening again. At the end of the episode, Mac told Sarah to remain calm and avoid drawing further attention while the police continued looking into Dr. Todd's death. However, with DS Ramsden already investigating contradictory witness accounts, it may not be long before Charity and Sarah's secret begins to unravel. Lewis makes a big announcement in Emmerdale, but his dreams could end in heartbreak. Kev Townsend's newest effort to grow closer to his son Lewis takes an unexpected direction and could ultimately result in heartbreak. The problem starts when Kev chooses not to confess that he cannot actually ride a bicycle himself. Eager to enjoy some quality father and son time, Kev attempts to act like he knows what he is doing when Lewis asks him to show off his cycling ability. Unfortunately, things soon go badly as Kev loses his balance, flies over the handlebars, and crashes onto the ground. Although the humiliating mishap leaves Kev embarrassed, it also allows him and Lewis to sit together and unwind on the grass. While chatting, Kev asks his son about a secret dream he has for the future. Kev makes it clear that he is not talking about anything inappropriate, but simply wants to discover what Lewis hopes to accomplish one day. Lewis then reveals his biggest romantic wish, admitting that he dreams of marrying Vinnie Dingle on a stunning beach in Bali. However, Lewis confesses that he is unsure whether his dream ceremony will ever become reality, particularly because he and Vinnie have been a couple for less than a year. As Lewis's biological dad, Kev wants nothing more than to see his son find happiness. Realizing just how much Vinnie means to Lewis, Kev decides that he can do something to help. He tells Lewis that he plans to begin saving money specifically for their future wedding. This means that whenever Lewis and Vinnie eventually feel ready to tie the knot, they could have enough financial backing to turn their Bali wedding fantasy into reality. For Lewis, his father's promise is a heartfelt indication that Kev truly cares about his future and happiness. Unfortunately, a serious obstacle could soon threaten those plans. Recent reports have claimed that Vinnie Dingle may be preparing to leave the village, with actor Bradley Johnson reportedly set to depart Emmerdale after spending several years on the soap. Should Vinnie leave, Lewis could be left heartbroken, while the future he has pictured with his partner could be shattered. Kev's carefully planned wedding savings could then become a painful symbol of the lasting relationship Lewis once believed he would have. For the moment, Lewis is looking ahead to a dream wedding with Vinnie on a Bali beach, but Emmerdale may have an entirely different fate in store for the couple. Emmerdale airs on weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is available to stream from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.